with their weight, they have more fat cells. And if you have more fat cells, then you're going to be producing more estrogen. And if you produce more estrogen, then you're probably going to end up with fibroids, you're going to end up with endometriosis, breast cancer, and all these other conditions that are related to estrogen. So having a heavy weight will affect your hormones for sure.
Okay.
And secondly, it will also affect your sensitivity to insulin, or lack thereof. Your body is supposed to be more sensitive to insulin, because whenever you eat, the food is broken down into sugars, it's stored into cells so that it can be used and it can perform different functions.
Right.
And that's where insulin comes in. It's supposed to come in and make sure that this is used the right way, the sugars are used the right way. But when you are insulin resistant, it just means that even when the insulin comes in, your body doesn't recognize it. Your own body stops recognizing your own insulin. And most people who are overweight actually struggle with insulin resistance, and insulin resistance is the biggest culprit of infertility. So if you struggle with your weight, chances are you struggle with insulin resistance, and you will always struggle with fertility issues.
And what about people who don't have, they're struggling with weight, but now on the lower side?
Okay, meaning they're underweight,
Yes.
right? Being underweight is also not healthy, because your body translates that as stress. Most people, when they hear the word stress, they think of just mental stress, but stress in your body is maybe excessive exercise, or eating disorders like bulimia and anorexia,
Right.
or being underweight, because now you're not going to be able to produce enough cells, even fat cells, for you to be able to have a conducive environment for a full-term healthy pregnancy. So because having a healthy weight will lead you to having a pregnancy and actually carrying it all the way through in a successful way. So most women who struggle with their weight, either being overweight or underweight, end up struggling because like the women who have a less weight or
Right.
hold less weight, they struggle because now that's actually going to affect them in terms of just how their pregnancy, their ability to conceive, and also their ability to carry the pregnancy full term. So it is very important for you to understand your height and your weight and calculate your body mass index. If you don't know how to do that, you can just go on Google and find a body mass index calculator.
Right.
So if you know your height, maybe you're 5'5", and you know your weight, maybe you're 69 kgs, and you feed this information in there, it will calculate and tell you, are you underweight, are you overweight, or are you at a healthy weight? And if you are at underweight, it will tell you this is what would be ideal for you. And if you are overweight, it will also guide you. So I think every woman should do that once in a while, just so they can make sure that they are within the right healthy, weight, so that they can have a successful pregnancy.
Right.
Yeah.
And let's talk about a body cleanse. The people who